Hello guys, welcome back to the web tutorial. So in this video tutorial, we are going to perform the some of the operations like CRUD operations in the Python database. So like CRUD in the sense creating, deleting, updating, and inserting. So these operations we are going to perform. So to perform the operations in the web, we am using the Python Django. So as I already, if you are not watching a Django model videos, you can go and watch. So that in this video tutorial, I am using the same concept to demonstrate the like updation operation, updating updating the data and by through HTML. Like whatever I'm getting the value from the HTML, I'm making changes in the databases, and through admin model I'm getting to like change the modify or update the data, and I will insert the data from the admin model. So here I'm using the Python Django. So in order to work with like database in Django, we have the default database, that is SQLite. So SQLite is the by default database which is present in the Django itself. So we need not to be install anything or need not to be configure anything here. So we can observe here. So you can observe here SQLite is the present, automatically present in the my database. Like this is already present, so I am making use of this database only. Okay. See now you may think yeah, where is it is present in the file. So I will show in the setting file where this data is present by default. So in order to see these details, you can open the your settings.py file. See here is my settings.py file. So double click on this file and see this is I'll show where it will be the default database. Okay. See, I'll show the where a default database is present in the application. So you can observe here. See, there is the part called database. This in this section. So default is my SQLite. See, you can observe here. This is my default database. I am using this one. I am making use of this database only. If you want, you can use MySQL. Yeah, also you can use, or you can use a PostgreSQL, or you can use a MongoDB. That is a NoSQL database. So you can make all the database use. So in order to perform the operations like CRUD operations, so I'm making use of SQLite database, and I have created the model. So this is in the model. See, this is my model phase. Okay, I'm create model in the sense it's like a similar to the class only. So these are the first name and last name are the my attributes, or we can call the in table. See, when I migrated this table, see this model, so it will create a table in the table. It will create the first name and last name are the two columns, right? And even in Django, like in Django, by default id will be id field will be added to the table. So now I have created this, and this is like a first name two field. This is this is the character field, and I'm taking both the character field. I'm specifying the length of the character, how many characters should be accepted from the user. So this is like a string. Like when we log into the admin model, there will be like it will displaying the name object with the model name. Here my model is the employee. It will display model employee object one, employee object two. So it will display similar like that if not using this statement. So it means whatever object is there, that object I am converting into the readable format. So this is the help of these functions. Okay, now I will going to say see, uh, so I have called this in the URL file. You can observe here. So yeah, after creating model, we have to register in the admin model. So where is the admin? Okay. So okay, admin is here. Okay, I have to register our model. See, I am importing the model from dot model. It will import the employee. Employee is my model name. I am registering. It is admin dot site dot register. By using this, I am going to register, and I am going to use in the admin interface. Now I will show how to access this in the admin register. Okay, now you have to, in order to get this, you have to run the server. So the command is python manage.py run server. So this is the command to run the server. Okay, so once I'm running the server, I see now my server is running. So now I will go to web page and I will refresh. So I will type localhost. So by default it will be running in 8000 port. Okay, so this is my default running. Now I'll log into the admin module. So you can observe here, see this is my model name employee. As I already shown, this is my employee created from the here. See, these are the first name and last name as my field. So you can observe here, this first name and this first name and last name are the my two fields. I will show, I will click on, I will check how to, like I will show how to add it. See, this is the first name and this name, two are the my columns. Now I will perform the CRUD operations in this admin module. Now I will insert the data now. So you can observe Shankar, and this is Shankar Uppar. So I am inserting the data, that is value, into the table. My table, see you can observe here, see employee Shankar was added successfully. You can observe here, Shankar is displaying here. This is inserting. Now I want to like update. So if I want to update, click on the any which value or which row you want to update. Now I want to update the Shankar, so this I want to. So you can update both the values or single values. I will update last name, I will update to the Shankar Kumar. Okay, so here button called the save and continue editing. So like click on this one, so you will be editing automatically. See, you can see employee Shankar was changed successfully. So you may edit it if you want again. Now I'll see. So first, earlier it was Shankar Uppar. Now you can see it is the Shankar Kumar. So this is the update operations. Now next I will show you how to I have inserted, I have deleted. Sorry, I'm inserted, modified. Now this is the like delete. You employ like this is for reading operations. Means if I want to know the details, you can click on the any name. So this is like reading all details. Next, I will show the how to delete. So delete operations can be performed in two ways. Like you can delete from here also. So I will click. If you click yes, it will delete from here also. Otherwise, the like next second option is you can click the specific name and you can select here options delete, and you can click on the go button. So by doing this, you can delete the operations. So this is the like simple operations in the CRUD, like how to create, how to delete, how to update. So these are the operations performed. Okay, I hope you understand. Thank you for watching this video. Hello guys, welcome to the Python tutorial. So in this video tutorial, so we are going to learn about the database applications using Python. So like in earlier we have learned some of the concept related to Python. So in previous sections we have learned SQLite. So SQLite is the one of the database which is available in the Python. So now we have the other than SQL, we can use the PostgreSQL, SQLite, or even you can use the MongoDB also. So MongoDB comes under the NoSQL databases. Now I will explain you some of the concept which are the databases, what we mean by database and how to use, and what are the things which is the most important database to work with the Python. So all those things I will going to explain. First of all, we need to understand the like what is database. Then so we'll go going to the further. So like database, it is an abstraction over the operating system, which means we are storing the files in the system. Like in earlier, we are storing the all the data or related information in the form of files. So for easier purpose, we are building the applications to create, read, update, and also to modify the data. Like what happens in earlier databases, like in a file system. So these operations like creating, modifying, updating, and deleting was difficult things. And even though like so duplications is the very yeah, duplications like storing the same data again, but again and again, that takes the more space for the more space as well as in the system. Like because we are in earlier system, in earlier file system, we are not providing the any. So any constraint means while storing the data and while retrieving the data or while updating the data, we are not using any constraint. So that's why the duplicate and duplication of the data will be storing again and again in the file. So to overcome these kind of file, and even like for accessing the file or accessing the data from the file system is very hectic for the user. So to overcome all these concepts, the new feature that we call the new database is concept is implemented. So in the by using the database, so we can perform the tasks easily. Now I will going to explain like, and in like in what happens in file system. So whatever that data are there, we are organizing in the same computer itself. Means if you are if I want to access remotely or anywhere from the system, so it is not possible because the data is I'm storing in the file. So that file should be that file is available only the within the computer. So to and even like a random data is not present in the file system. Means redundant data can be presented, means there will be a duplicate data presented in the database. And like even it does not provide any backup or recovery for the last file. So now let us understand, if I'm storing data in the file system or a computer, so if system get stuck or anything happens, so that file I am not able to get back. So this is the main one drawback for the file system. Next, like there is no efficient like for query processing. If I want to fetch the any information from the file, so there is no efficient query for querying for the data. Like if I want a example, let us say in thousand in my file we have the 1,000 rows. I want only the name to be extracted from the file. So to extract those name, I have to search the all the file, and by manually I have to get the data from the file. So this is the very time consuming process. So and like there is a data consistency in the file system. And like it takes the more complex, like to small thing only to perform the small operations, it will take it more time. And like it provides the and even the for the file system there is no like a security. Yeah, for file there is no security and all. And even like it is a so these are the like some of the drawbacks for the file system. To overcome these drawbacks, we have implemented the databases. So one of the example, like I will considering the dbms database now. So like dbms is like it is a software applications, or we can call as a software. It is the database, software database. And even in like in database we are not able to store the redundant data because we are using the some of the key constraint in the database while storing the data and retrieving the data and updating anything. So we are using the constraint to perform any operations, so that time we are not able to store the redundant data. And even like in database we can provide the backup for the data. So when we are lost the data, so that we can store take the, or we can before only we can create the database backup recovery. So this is like we have to use the mysql dump. mysql dump is the command. By using that command we can take the backup of the data. And like if I want to extract any query, like let us say in 1,000 rows I want only name, so I can perform the query operations easily. Like example, let us say I want to take the name only. So I will use the select star from name, where I'll put the where conditions. And if I want to only specific person name, if I so to extract it from the database, I will put the specific condition by using where clause. So this is querying data is the efficient in the DBMS. And next, like see in the database, like more complex things means more complex tasks can be handled easily. And even we in database we have the like security, it provides the more security for our system. So these are the advantages by using, by because of these advantages we are using the database in the database. Like now next in the like most commonly database used in Python are like PostgreSQL and MySQL. Because these two are the like a common open source databases for storing the Python web applications. Now in our Python applications and in our Python web applications we are using the PostgreSQL and MySQL. So because like these are the all people are using, because these are the open source software applications, so means we can store and we can retrieve, we can perform any operations. So these are the open source. Open source means it will available for the freely, free, no need to pay any cost for these databases. And next one is the one more is the SQLite is there. So SQLite database, it is like it is stored in a single file on disk, means it is like similar to the file system, but it is stored in the disk only, but it is built in the Python library itself. Like when we are installing the pip install Python, that time only it is a built-in library. So that comes in the Python pip bundle itself. So it automatically install by default. We need not to be installed separately for these database. And like so it is like a connection, yeah, we can access easily. And like it is highly recommended to like so it will be like for QA purpose, means testing purpose, we can use this kind of database. Because like for production the web application and hosting web application, this is the not good for the programmer practice, because like it has the so limited like we cannot perform the some of the operations in the SQLite database. So this is the all about the application, like web database applications in the Pythons. So now like in PostgreSQL, we PostgreSQL will recommended the ended relations like database for working with Python web applications. Like in futures of active development and stability contribute to the users backend, for backend purpose and all, we are happy to use the PostgreSQL. These like even we can use the MySQL as well. MySQL is the most common and like user friendly, so we can use the MySQL as well. So these are the two major databases for the MySQL Python. So mostly we are using the MySQL and PostgreSQL. So SQLite is also good, but it is also has the some certain limitations, means even I cannot perform the some of the operations. So this is all about the web database applications in Python. So these are the available database for the web in Python. So thank you for watching this video.